This is Prime Crime Network.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
20-year-old Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor both making their first appearance in court Wednesday, both with a somber look, much different from the mugshots that were taken of them just hours after their arrest. Police say 25-year-old Ryan Altamirano Serrano was found shot in a hotel room by housekeeping about 11:30 Monday morning. Police tell us so far their investigation is leading them to believe Altamirano Serrano went to his hotel room with Covington and Taylor. The two women later left his room with some of his personal belongings. They were arrested by the Criminal Apprehension Team and booked into the Clark County Detention Center early Wednesday. The two women do remain in jail tonight without bail, and they will be back in court on Monday. Both of their family members were actually present in the courtroom, but they declined an interview.
Prime Crime Network.
It was exclusive.
For the first time, we're hearing from 71-year-old Mecheal mansuer. What would be your message to the 12-year-old's family?
You know, I feel very sorry. I've been crying most of the time.
What caused the crash, sir?
I have no clue, sir. The van just went so fast. I really don't know what happened.
Kenner police say Mansour is the driver of the ice cream truck seen in this surveillance video from May 20th. The truck plows right into an apartment near Dartmouth in Clemson. Police say 12-year-old Javier Adrian Flores Fajardo was inside playing video games when he was hit. Police also say Mansour told them that the gas pedal malfunctioned and was stuck. Were you speeding at the time?
No, just the van. I was so slow. Then the van suddenly went too fast.
Police say it was determined that the pedal was not stuck. WDSU Investigates also looked into whether he had a history of speeding. Kenner police say that he's only been issued speeding tickets twice in the last 16 years. They say neither was in the ice cream truck. However, the city of Kenner tells WDSU Investigates that Mansour has never had the necessary mobile food vendor license to legally operate the truck. Why did you not have a permit for the ice cream truck? It's my understanding, sir, you didn't have a permit for the ice cream truck.
Sir, I can't talk to you right now. I'm sorry. I really can't. My lawyer told me not to talk to anybody.
Would you like to share a message to the boy's family?
I feel very, very sorry. I've been crying for them, and I've been praying for them. I really feel so sorry for them.
Did you have a medical emergency?
When?
At the time of the crash, did you have a medical emergency?
They took me to the hospital, yes.
Is that what caused the crash?
No.
What caused the crash?
I told you the van just went too fast. Sir, I can't talk to you too much. I'm sorry.
WDSU Investigates also obtained this police record that outlines what happened the day of the deadly incident. The report states Fajardo was under the ice cream truck. Fuel was also leaking from under the vehicle. Mansour was pulled out of the wreckage. The report later states that Fajardo had a strong pulse and was taken to Children's Hospital. After fighting for days at the hospital, Fajardo's family had to make a difficult decision. They donated his organs and will help save 8 lives. And while police work to figure out how this happened, now his family is dealing with the unthinkable, planning his funeral. And of course, we spoke to the boy's parents yesterday. You can watch that emotional interview. It's right now on WDSU.com. Meanwhile, the suspect, he was released on a $100,000 bail. He does face a negligent homicide charge.
Prime Crime Network.
It was exclusive.
Police say Baby K was one of 3 teens who tried to kill a student on that bus. Police already arrested 2 of those teens and a 14-year-old girl accused of planning the attack.
That's what we're hearing, Leslie. This already disturbing case, frankly, has now taken a tragic turn. What started on a Prince George's County school bus, sources tell us, is now connected to the murder of a woman in D.C. that police here in D.C. are investigating. It was the 1st of May with the last student still on board when Prince George's County police say 3 teens forced their way onto a school bus and attacked a 14-year-old boy at gunpoint. Wednesday, police released this photo of the teen they say had the gun. A 15-year-old who goes by the name Baby K Investigators say he tried to shoot the 14-year-old multiple times, but the gun jammed and the teens ran off. Police say the attack was organized by a 14-year-old girl who knows the victim. Police arrested her and 2 of the alleged attackers, but baby K is still at large, wanted for the attempted murder of the 14-year-old on the bus. Late Wednesday, police announced the U.S. Marshals have joined the manhunt for baby K and upped the reward for his capture to more than $12,000. And WUSA 9 has also learned baby K is suspected in a D.C. murder. 2 days after the attack on the school bus, 23-year-old Keisha McCoy was found dead on the 4th floor of this northeast apartment building on Jameson Street near Fort Lincoln. Police say she was shot in the face. According to sources, McCoy is the sister of one of baby K's alleged accomplices in the school bus attack. So far, an MPD spokesperson will only say the case remains under active investigation. Now, police have not given us baby K's real name, presumably because he is just 15, but he and the other teens accused in that bus attack are all facing charges as adults. We were unable to reach any family members of the woman who was murdered here in D.C., but Leslie, we will still keep asking questions about her case.
Prime Crime Network.
Exclusives.
A woman says her 4-month-old was fussy, so she put him in the car to drive him around and soothe him. When she got back to her apartment, someone pulled a gun on her as she was getting her child out of the car. She says a man told her to give him the keys.
I was trying to be as quiet as possible because I was afraid that if I got loud and made a scene that he would act violently. So I was just whispering like, okay, just please don't hurt my son. And he said, give me the keys. So I gave him my keys and he sped off, and the person who was following me sped off behind him.
An officer pursued the suspect. The driver of the stolen vehicle crashed on Clinton Boulevard in Jackson, and the suspect got away. One person has been arrested in connection to the case.
Prime Crime Network.
Exclusive.
New at 5, we're hearing for the first time about how investigators caught and convicted a serial killer who slaughtered 3 and attacked 2 others on a multi-county killing spree. I also spoke with the victim's nephew, who shared his family's story.
To have that guy do that to my uncle, a veteran, on Veterans Weekend. Sad.
Frank Seaver's uncle Homer survived the serial killer attack.
Tell me all about your uncle. Tell me a little bit about who he was.
He liked to fish a lot, liked to hunt. He was a retired mechanic for Tama County. He was a shop foreman. And he liked to restore old vehicles, old pickups.
Frank's 88-year-old Aunt Lorene didn't survive.
They'd go out and walk every day, in the morning, 2 miles in the morning, 2 miles at night. And my aunt, she never met a stranger. She'd walk up to you today and just tell you a joke.
On May 23rd, 2020, Ryan Blinston showed up at the Los Molinas couple's home. He'd just finished some tree trimming work for them and then slashed both their throats. But Homer got away and ran to Frank for help.
Here comes my uncle through my back door, covered from blood from head to toe in his underwear. And I said, what the hell happened to you? You fall down again, fall down and hurt yourself? Because he was in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And he says, no, a guy in a mask came in and killed Grant and tried to kill me.
Blinston struck again. His victim, another tree trimming customer, 82-year-old Sandra George of Oroville.
Just did the tree job at her house, and he went back an hour later and killed her.
Yeah.
It seemed like it began with the elderly, and then from that point on, it went to others as well.
Next, Blinston killed his friend, Vicki Klein, and torched her car. Fishermen found Klein's body in the Feather River near Belden on June 21st.
A week earlier, a Butte County Sheriff's SWAT team tracked Blinston to a very remote road in Brush Creek.
Prior to our SWAT team arriving in the middle of the night, Blinston attacked him, right? And he was fighting for his life, right? And he was able to get him out of the RV and hold the door shut. And then Blinston armed himself with an axe, right? And began to try to break through this door.
Blinston's acquaintance, Robert Smith, survived through unbelievable luck.
On any other night, there would have been nobody to help him, and eventually Blinston would have been able to break through that door with that hatchet. But as it turned out, the Butte County Sheriff's SWAT team happened to be moving into the area. It is a miracle, and I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but this is a true miracle.
The Butte County DA's team didn't have a murder weapon or eyewitnesses to the 3 murders, so getting a conviction wasn't easy.
A case like this was complicated. It was mostly circumstantial. There was actually some surveillance video that we were able to use for the trial as well, just from some private citizens that had some cameras out that were facing the roads. So that was a huge help.
Smith spoke at the sentencing.
I have to wake up every morning and look in the mirror and see the scar on my neck from the wound inflicted, reminding me of that horrific night.
The judge ordered Blinston to serve 3 life sentences.
The guy would not look at anybody every time I was at court, he would not look at anybody. He just sit there and stare at the wall. I don't know how to describe him. No, he has no remorse for anything he did.
Do you feel like we know a motive?
What I have been able to come up with is I've reconciled it in my mind as it was just a thrill to kill.
He made me realize that evil and monsters actually do exist.
This person is going to be in jail for the rest of their life, and your uncle is not here anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would feel like at this point justice was served?
I don't know. He was a Korean War vet, so maybe not.
Homer Severs died later in 2020 from other medical issues, but his nephew Frank tells me after losing Lorene, he believes Homer really died of a broken heart. Robert Smith died recently from a drug overdose.
Thank you for watching Prime Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell. And check us out on primecrimenetwork.com.